Hi. Welcome to the stream.
Hi. Yeah.
So, having a little bit of a struggle recently. We're kind of even for wins and losses, and we are going into this game against Western tonight. We are playing locally, so our players are not in the studio right now. They are in Kalamazoo playing against Western live on their own
site.
machines. Yes. So we are going to see how that goes. We're going to see how the environment affects their gameplay. We're going to see how that affects everything, what they've been working on, because there is a little bit of a rivalry, and so we do need to get these wins, especially to make playoffs. So this game matters a lot, and there's so much pressure because it's on the stage.
Yeah, we played against Eastern, who is our other rival, and we were able to win, so we are hoping for the same from Western because, yes, they are a very big rival. Unfortunately, Western has also beat Eastern, which means that
it's kind of an even. Yeah, we're an even matchup, so it'll be interesting to see because we see a lot of these matches where it feels like CMU is constantly being outsmarted, or those games where CMU just knocks it out of the ballpark. So we're gonna hopefully get to map 3. We're gonna see like those tensions. We're gonna feel that adrenaline, that anxiety over every single mistake here and there. So hopefully we see how this goes, and hopefully it's super entertaining, and CMU puts up a good fight and obviously wins.
Of course, yes. It's just going to be interesting with them being on site. I'm just hoping that doesn't throw their game off at all with them being there. Because once you're in your own area, you get used to it. Right. So switching might end up affecting them in some way.
I know, but maybe that comfort could come at a disadvantage sometimes. Like maybe they get a little too comfy, but it'll be so much different having that environment where you literally see your enemy across from you.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll give you a little bit of a motivation boost. Like, yeah, I gotta beat them. Like, I want to see. And that'll just be so interesting because they're just going to be able to see each other. They're going to hear each other, cheer each other on. They're going to hear how the morale's doing on the other team. They're going to have access to so much more information because they're in the same room.
Yeah. And because they are on site, they were not really able to warm up as much, so that also is going to come into effect as well because from what I know is that they got on site quite recently, so hopefully that lack of warm-up doesn't affect them too much, but yeah, there's just so many factors going into this, and maybe even Western is thrown off, having somebody in their comfort zone, invading their comfort zone, playing against them.
Yeah, we have no idea how this is going to go just based off of that, but obviously we can make predictions here and there, and obviously it'll just be so fun to watch, especially the cast, and obviously this is going to be super fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We're still waiting to see if they're going to pick out their...
Yeah, so I'm really hoping that we see a few maps that we haven't seen before. I have been praying the whole season that we see different team comps. We see them try to challenge the meta, try to do something different. Like put BeefStroganoff on a duelist. You see that name? Just spice it up a little bit. New. But I really want to see it because it feels like they have all the pieces of the puzzle. They're just not putting it together in the right places. So I want to see CMU at their peak. I want to see CMU at their peak performance where everyone is on an agent that complements them the best because I love all of the flex players, but it would be interesting if they kind of constrain them to a role because I would really like to see, we see yAime on a duelist, on a sentinel, but we love seeing him on KJ. He always shines when he's on KJ. He's a super good duelist, but it's just, there's so many things I want to see getting out of this map, and hopefully Personally, I think we should just avoid maps like Sunset and Abyss if we can.
Well, I was going to bring up Sunset. They just changed it, and they might not be able to use it due to competition rules. I don't think you're allowed to use it for the first couple of weeks after they changed the map. Okay. So Sunset might not even be in play. Not 100%, but sometimes rules are weird with getting used to the maps before they let it be played competitively.
Right, because didn't Pearl come back?
Yeah, I think so. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes.
Personally, Pearl's my favorite map ever. I think it's super well balanced. I think it's super pretty. Love the concept and just all the different angles are not. It's Pearl to me is Abyss. There's so many angles that you don't ever see on any of the other maps, and that's kind of why I wish we would play Icebox more, because ever since they changed Icebox, like there's so much different things that you can do. There's so many different ways to control the map. Like it's just, there's so many entry points because you can just walk up and immediately be in their spawn.
Yeah.
So I really hope, I don't know why we ban Icebox so much, because we've never played it, and I don't know, maybe it would be worth a shot, because a lot of the other teams are adjusted to common maps like Ascent, like Sunset, like Haven, Lotus, super common. So
I actually do have a little bit of inside information. I was talking to one of the team members, and they did mention that they were considering playing Icebox today.
Okay, because every time I see Icebox banned, I'm like, dude, I like Icebox.
They said it's like a 50-50, so we might see it, hopefully. But
I just really feel like we haven't cracked how to play Sunset. We played it so much, but it still feels like we fall flat here and there, and just like the fundamentals of how to play said map. So it would be just really nice, maybe if we just tried something completely different, because sometimes you just have to shake it up and see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited to see some different maps in play, and we haven't been doing that well on some of the maps, so I'm really hoping that they practiced on these maps. I know with Abyss we kept having certain members maybe falling into the void a couple of times. I'm not naming names.
Not naming names. Don't want to be called out.
I feel like we just need a little bit more training on some of these maps, because even if we're not perfect on these maps, having a little bit more training on some of these can really help if they do get picked. So we're not just giving it away. We have been playing
so much better lately. We haven't been getting those wins, but you see CMU actually adapting. You see those timeouts actually being called. You see those timeouts actually doing something for the strategy, for how they play, how the composition works out. Like you see them actually trying out new things compared to what we saw in the first few weeks. Like it's a lot better. So we have a really good shot.
Yeah, I agree. And like looking back on last year, we are doing so much better overall. And I was telling you earlier, we totally lost to Western last year. We got, it was bad. But like I feel like we have a really good chance this time. Because we're a lot better this year.
And just everything, like I feel like, obviously AIM is like a small part of it, because AIM doesn't mean everything, but I just feel like we're getting better at it. Like you see sometimes like CMU just winning the duel because we out-aim them,
Yeah.
Like yAime, BeefStroganoff, like actually just going off like half of the time. Like it's insane.
Yeah.
It does look like they are able to get a warm-up in though, so that'll be great.
Yeah, I wonder then if they're not going to be starting for a little bit. We'll have to see.
Hopefully we get those map picks in soon.
Yeah. But, yeah, I think we will be back in a little bit.
Yeah, so we'll see when the map picks come in.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Hi.
So we do have those map picks now.
Yes. We
And
gotta figure it out.
unfortunately, we are playing Sunset again for our
We
first
are.
map.
I guess it worked out. We are able to play Sunset.
So we will be playing defense on Sunset first. So we're gonna see like how that goes because we have seen Spad do super well, especially on Cypher. So I'm super excited to see that. And then the rest of the maps are like set up for his Cypher because we're gonna be playing Haven in the second map, and we're gonna be playing Lotus in the third map, hopefully, which we get to.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. A lot of maps that we actually played a lot, so it will be. I feel like that's overall good for us because some of the maps we have not had that much practice on, but these ones
Right.
we all do. So
Yeah, so we did end up banning Abyss, which I'm super glad because we didn't do super well on. But I am a little bit afraid of the Sunset pick because while it feels like the players do super good individually, I'm just not sure as a team because you see them struggling with those retakes, especially trying to break through, especially those smokes, like trying to counter their utility. It just feels like a struggle, and I'm just like, hopefully we have that figured out.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, so hopefully we see that. And yeah, it's just, we also were talking about Icebox earlier, and it looks like Western did not want us playing Icebox. They banned that. So
Right. So we were
no
so
Icebox.
close.
We were so close, but did not happen.
Yeah, so on Haven, we are playing defense again. So we did pick that though. We did pick to play defense on Haven. So hopefully we've seen we have a little bit of a struggle with defense here and there, but I am so comfortable with Spad. Like, I have all the faith in the world because he's just so good at holding down the site, especially with his Cypher pick. So hopefully we see that again.
It looks like he might pick. Oh, there he is. He
Yeah,
picked
so we're
Cypher.
just going for a standard comp here that CMU does for Sunset. We see yAime on a duelist. It looks like he is doing Neon again, which we saw was super good the last time he did play because he was essentially like just a little heat-seeking missile whenever he was walking around. Like he was such a good distraction. And the main thing about Valorant is movement. That first bullet accuracy, and that goes out the window when you play Neon because you are more accurate when you're sliding than you are when you're still, which is ridiculous. And he was super good at using that Neon utility, but obviously I would like to see a few new things here and there because there's so much good about her. Like, she messes up the tracking of a lot of players, which is why there's such a high skill ceiling for agents like Neon and Raze and Yoru because of all of their complicated utility.
Looks like they finally got Spad to buy the Halloween pack. They all have the Halloween pack,
they're
which is
matching.
hilarious. Yeah, I knew they were talking about as a team that they
Oh my
needed
goodness,
to.
have you heard the sprays?
Yeah, they're
They're
they
so
meow.
annoying. We're gonna hear all 5 players just go
Meowing. Oh my gosh. So that will be interesting.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little.
I'm out of here.
Yeah. And looks like they're getting ready. yAime getting all set.
Yeah, you can see a little bit of like pump in his step.
Yeah.
Like he's ready.
I think that a lot of, like, we are really
Right
high
here.
with, like, energy right now, because Western's our rival. We want to beat them.
Right, and it must be
Let's
so
go there.
exciting to be on that big stage.
Looks like...
Those are the new changes to Sunset, so they have changed how you play post plant on B sites. So it's
Yeah.
supposed to be a little bit more fair because Sunset is so attacker sided, and I think this was kind of just balance it a little bit.
Yeah, I saw that you can shoot through some objects that you couldn't normally shoot
Right.
through, so, like, I wonder how many players know all this new information on the map, and how many
Right.
don't. This
That'll
could
be
mess them
interesting.
up.
Looks like Western is going for that mid push. They're trading utility right there.
Tripwire destroyed.
No first blood yet.
Wow, my eyes
So
are
much
cage
information
triggered.
right off the bat with that spike. They're going to be able to take the site, but super clean shot.
Spike planted.
Looks like they're ready to try to retake the site, Central Michigan is, and still nobody has died yet. We usually are 50-50 for pistol rounds, so we go.
Loving this like very aggressive push right now. yAime even doing great, and there's still another one there. Hopefully
One
BeefStroganoff
enemy remaining.
beats him up.
Last player standing.
Oh, 1v1.
Revealing area.
Can he get him? This is giving me so much anxiety
It's so
right now.
tense right
Who
now,
will
but
fight
Beef
first?
has the read. Beef has the
Concentrate's
read,
over.
And it is half, so he might be able to just
is
close
he
it
gonna
out
go?
right there.
Is he gonna get it?
And he gets it.
Can he get the kill?
He can't get the kill, but that doesn't even matter.
Who
Because
cares?
you don't keep those guns. Pistol doesn't matter as long as you win it.
That was so close.
It
Ugh.
was, but it was so good. I loved the utility from yAime. Beautiful. You saw how both of those suns went right at both players that were right in front of them. And then you saw everyone just trading each other right off the bat. Like, that's the teamwork that we want.
Yeah, I liked that. That was a good round. We got to see how equal these teams are. That was really close. And we got to see really good plays from both sides and both coming in.
Yeah, you don't really see like that immediate walk up mid, especially on pistol. Like it's a little risky. You don't really see that. So really liking to see like the new strategies from Western. It looks like they are choosing to get away but Bannable with this beautiful timing.
Yeah, Western's already down to 3, giving us the player advantage.
Thankfully, none of Western was able to make up those rounds. And you see yAime making sure it is not going in their hands at all.
Yeah, it kind of looks like they're scrambling to try to figure out what they want to do now. And Central Michigan is just getting ready to fight them at all angles.
Yeah, obviously you see them take those long angles because of that gun advantage, and there's honestly no hope for Western if they take those if they take those battles together. Like when Central takes contact, there is a higher chance that Central will win that duel.
Yeah, and now Western's already down to 2 people. Central Michigan is kind of
Standing ahead.
surrounding them right now. We have those
One
angles,
enemy
so
remaining.
hopefully we'll connect these shots.
Yeah, BeefStroganoff just funneling the players right into Spad's direction. Beautiful.
Good teamwork there, only losing 1 player. That was really good right there.
Yeah, Bannable was just in an unfortunate scenario. Obviously peeking into 3 people, but obviously the rest of the team was able to recover just fine.
Yeah.
We are going into this bonus with
Yeah.
a rifle, a bulldog. We have 2 specters. We can make it work, especially with yAime's movement. Like, it just doesn't matter.
Yep. So it'll be interesting to see because this is a little bit more of an even round. So hopefully we can still get this one. But already we're at a 2-game advantage, so that's great.
Right. We do have those 2 rounds, and it's just like a little bit more margin of error for us here and there, but statistically, we do lose this round, but obviously if we can beat the statistics, it doesn't matter. As long as we play together and we play together well.
Camera taken out.
I'm just loving this angle. Unfortunate time.
Spike
I
planted.
saw the vision.
Yeah, all of them just quickly pressing into B.
Here.
Looks like we're gonna have to try to retake the site.
Yeah, it's just super hard. They're ready.
We're getting picked off one.
Last player standing.
Able to get 1 before he gets picked off.
That was a
but-
beautiful shot with the Spectre, though.
And yeah, again, like statistically, we were gonna struggle more on this, and we did. But we still have that 1-game advantage, and now we're gonna be decently even.
Yeah, and BeefStroganoff, with how much he's popped off, he already has the Sova ult for retake or preventing that plant. So it should be a little bit more easier. And obviously Western, the ult that they have on the board right now is very circumstantial, so it's not really to their benefit as much as the Sova ult that we have at the moment.
Yeah, we are able to buy full shields for everything, and Western isn't. So let's see if that plays in effect.
Super good movement there from yAime. Like, he's just bustling around the map.
Go, go, go!
Just makes it so easier for him. He can take those risky plays, and Bannable able to take a good Western there chooses to use the Omen ult for
Spike planted.
information, which I find
1
interesting.
enemy remaining.
Absolutely getting cleaned up right now.
Deploying
Like,
drone.
there is no chance for Western here.
Yeah, it looks like he's kind of just trying to figure out a way, but there's
Yeah.
nothing he can do, so he
And-
just has to retreat.
As a result, the scary thing is yAime has his ult now. He has the Neon ult, so retake right now is looking really good for CMU. Like,
Yeah.
there is gonna be no problem in the world if they get that breach ult online. Like, they're just
this is a nice
unstoppable.
Yeah, already having 2 ults this early in the game is just super helpful.
Yeah, it's just gonna be
That goes there.
more interesting because we see them struggle a lot with retakes. And
This goes
obviously,
here.
it's not just a CMU thing. It is really hard when the enemy team has the site on lockdown, but we have so much stuff to disrupt that it could go really well.
Yeah.
Gotta go!
Looks like we are spread out, and Yami's just rushing right in to try to stop their attack.
Gotta go!
Trying to stop them from going B a little bit.
Good call to back off there
Yes.
because it was just a little too risky, but
There.
he's getting a little antsy. He is feeling the drama.
And they still are choosing to push in, even with Yami pushing. Oh, I'm not able to see him.
Shock
Yeah,
dart.
this is a really bad timing. But he takes aggressive plays like that because he can get out so fast with that movement. That's why we're probably going to see that a lot. Even though it may not be successful, like, that is the correct way to play Neon on defense. That's the best way to take advantage of her utility besides when you're on a retake.
Yeah, definitely. And we are down
Take
one
flight.
person. Hopefully that doesn't affect us too much.
It looks like Western is going to still try and execute here, but you see BeefStroganoff kind of getting in position for that Soka ult.
And we are able to take out one for Western, so it's now down to a 4v4.
Both Sovas with their ults online, but it's just not going to be as favorable
30
for
seconds left.
Western because they are on the attack. It'll be more useful in the post plant, but another player from Western does fall, so it's just not looking super great. You see them running towards A, but we do have a player towards there, and they're relaying the information like, guys, we gotta get over here, and it's just, they're not really, they don't have any advantage here. They don't have info advantage.
10
they don't
seconds
have-
left.
They don't have man advantage. and you
Spike
see
planted.
Yeah,
right
they have
there.
to plant really quickly, and they are able to plant before they run out of time, but
Standing
that was
ahead.
really close.
Yeah, it came at the cost of a player, and you see BeefStroganoff able to get a kill off of that ult.
Yeah.
You see them doubled up here.
Unfortunately, not able to connect that shot there, but
One enemy
gets
remaining.
it. Yes.
He's just able to turn around and take out the other.
Dang. Yeah. Love to see that.
We do, like, no sweat off our back here.
Yes, it's good to see that even though they had first blood, we still were able to recover from that and take them out.
We were playing super well there, and it wasn't even a mistake on yAime's behalf. He was just put in an unfortunate scenario, and thankfully we were able to recover from that. And it just wasn't a super big deal. We just turned the tide so fast, and now we have our breach all online.
Yeah.
So just retake is gonna be a breeze.
Yeah, each team has 3 now, so 3 ultimates. So that'll be very interesting to see. We might see a lot of that right now.
We're probably gonna see the
Get
jet
out of
ult
my
from
way.
Western more used towards like a save.
I'm
Looks like
outta
they
here.
do have worse weapons right now, so we are gonna see that all pop. But in terms of the Cypher,
I know exactly where you
helpful.
are.
Last player standing.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
actually
we're
getting
getting
pinched mid, yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, it just wasn't really working out for us this time. Not really planning it out as much.
Super good play from Western that they really do like pushing up mid and just
Spike
saw
planted.
CMU just kind of flicking back and forth. Like there was so many things to be watching. They took advantage of that, and look at them now. They have a full loadout when they started for the
They tried to do the best they can, but they can't. So Western gets that thrifty.
Yeah, but
This
honestly,
place is nice, but not
we
nice enough to
hopefully
die
learned a
in.
lot from it.
Let's win and
We're
get
kind
out
of
of here.
learning how Western plays is hopefully we learn like towards their saves that they kind of like to tend to go towards mid. We did see them go mid on pistol, so maybe that's their default when they have worse weapons. So maybe we can make an advantage here and there.
I'm out of here.
Looks like both of their economies are very similar right now, so pretty even match. We are up 2 games still. We still got that tiny bit of buffer,
Right.
so I'm hoping that we can see a win here to make that buffer a little more big here.
Right. If we don't lose this round, it will be a little bit detrimental to the weapons that we can buy.
Yeah.
So hopefully we clutch up here because then Western's economy is just gonna snowball.
Definitely.
Gotta go.
Looks like they're taking a little bit. Western's taking a little bit of a different
Whoa,
approach,
whoa, whoa.
not fully going together this time.
Yeah, looks like they're defaulting the map, hopefully trying to see if a CMU player overstays their welcome, pushes a little bit too far, and hopefully catching them off guard. Thankfully, Central has enough discipline. That's not really happening.
It looks like we're playing a little bit more slow this time. Western's trying to get a feel for things a little bit more. Maybe it looks like they're deciding more to push through mid this time.
Loving that, like, the changes to Sunset hasn't really changed Spad's setup. It hasn't really affected him, which is really great to see because it would be upsetting to see like that fall apart as a result.
Yeah, it's good to see that the plans that they have with Sunset, the executions that they have, are still going strong with this.
Right here.
Stroganoff and Western exchanging some shots, but neither is taking out really.
Thankfully,
30
Spad
seconds
getting
left.
an equalizing pick there, so. And BeefStroganoff's ready to back up Spad here, so hopefully
Revealing area.
delaying this push will be.
Spad unfortunately not able to connect those shots this time.
But BeefStroganoff with the trade like immediately.
BeefStroganoff, will he be able to
Spike planted.
take out
Last
first?
player standing.
Unfortunately
Unfortunately,
not.
it just was a little bit off, especially on the timing. If only he was a little bit faster.
Yeah,
Go,
it's
Rush!
hard to
Who
play
runs?
it safe and not to.
One enemy
Really
remaining.
good ult there from Vic. He knows where the last one is.
Yeah.
And he still has so much util left. Like, this is just so much more possible. He's just gonna have to push him. He has so much time in the
Get your
world.
gun out, no!
But it's just so unfortunate he's just not able to make it connect. The blind was a little bit too late, but I really like the idea of aggressing there because there's just, you can't play with the time there. The time isn't on his side.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of times when it's a 1v1 and we have to try to defuse that. We just can never really win those because it's hard to defuse and shoot at the same time. So I think trying to progress and get that player out right away is the smarter decision, even if it did not go well this time.
Right, we are seeing CMU play with that usual Gecko pick as well. We're kind of just working without it, and I wonder if it would have been a little bit different, but I honestly think that Breach is the better initiator overall over Gecko, just because you saw how it kind of set up Jay there for success. If it was just a second sooner on the blind, like, he probably would have
Already a bloodbath is occurring right now. Central's down to 3 and Western's at 4. Could really be anybody's game here.
Bannable able to react very fast there, especially with that nade. BeefStroganoff super good on these.
Last player standing.
Just there immediately.
Just not really checking to see if players are coming from other directions. And
Spike planted.
it's just really hard when you're in those open areas. You just can't look everywhere. And now it's just down to Bannable.
Yeah, right. That's why I think Western does play there, because it doesn't feel like CMU's super aware about where they could be and what's going on when they're in those positions.
Yeah.
Fortunately, Bannable faced with another trip, so they will be notified
Will
where
he
he is.
notice? He did not notice the cipher there. Dang.
It's just, it's so hard. You have to re-clear
Yeah.
literally everything
can't see
when there's
them
so
yet.
many people left.
Feel them.
Yeah, it's just really hard for a single person. And now we're up 4v4. This is close.
It is. They are adapting.
scared.
Would you call a timeout right now?
Let's give it one more game.
Okay.
Let's see.
Let's give it one more round.
Let's see if they can win this, and then if they don't, I feel like they should call a timeout. But
They do. I'm realizing now that Western does have two duelists, so they've kind of been struggling with the attack, which is really interesting to see. But I feel like might be a little bit harder on CMU because you see that Raze is online. Her ult is super oppressive. They really scare the players off site because they have to play for their life.
yeah, it's just hard when we have so many of these matches.
That is the world right now.
I know
You're
exactly.
just so many players rushing in on him. Like nothing you can do there.
Even the robot was
Spike planted.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard because Central Michigan keeps setting
Take flight.
themselves up where they have like 3 players coming up at the same time, and it's just really not working out with this numbers game.
Just because Silk is such a good counter to
Last
CMU,
player
keep
standing.
breaking his tricks. He's getting a lot of value out of his utility, and it's resulting in rounds that end up like this.
Alright, now is where I'd call the timeout. We're gonna call a timeout.
I
But
feel like we haven't really changed
Go,
about
go.
the way that we play, and unfortunately, it's not really working out. He's forced on a save here, so hopefully we see something
That goes
innovative.
there.
I'm expecting to see yAime use his ult just because of the gun disadvantage. Like on a retake, he's probably just gonna pop that and see what happens, and I totally respect that.
let's go. Yeah, I do really wish that they would communicate about this. Try something else because again, they just keep sending out their players into these bloodbaths, and all of a sudden it becomes a numbers game, and we just don't have the numbers every single time. And I think we really need to adapt to that and figure it out so that we're not just getting picked off one by one.
Right, you see Spat and BeefStroganoff being pushed off so many angles just because of the utility usage, and kind of all they have with these burst guns is pre-aiming.
Yeah, with our economy, there's just only so much we can do right now. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they handle this.
Yeah, they're gonna have to just kind of wait until Western makes a mistake. Like Spat, kind of overpeaking right now in my opinion.
They are pushing in. He's on inside.
Unfortunately, not able to get out.
Yeah. I'm surprised he survived that long in the first.
Super good movement though. You saw from that. Like she immediately satcheled on top and had that first bullet
Spike
accuracy
planted.
because she adjusted her movement.
Unfortunately, we just can't. Central Michigan just not able to check those.
Last
people
player
and not
standing.
able to get out in time.
think when Jacob was able to get one, he did take 2 rifles off the board, but it's a struggle right now.
Yeah. And now they're ahead by 2. Definitely feel like we should call timeout here. Central Michigan loves to wait until the last second to call timeouts though, so we probably won't see it.
I know, but you know, with Sunset being attacker-sided, maybe them being up isn't a surprise. I would like to maybe close this out,
Yes,
you know, 6-6, 7-5, but obviously there is just that natural advantage that
That's
they
true,
have
yeah.
with how the map is manufactured, with how it was made. So, but you know, maybe this spells out good in the future. When they swap sides, we'll see yAime shine with the way he plays the duelist.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it is definitely good that we already do have so many games on the board with us being on defense. And now our economy is even, so I feel like we definitely have a shot here, especially with
Deploying
having
drone.
4 ultimates.
Yeah, and we are kind of ready for that mid push. You see 2 players towards mid. You see yAime just doubled up with Jay there.
Yeah, and that drone footage from BeefStroganoff already showed where 3 players are.
So they're kind of at a standstill. They're waiting for the other team to make a play, to make a mistake.
Yeah.
Something to profit off of.
And nobody's moving. Who's gonna make the first move? Looks like yAime might.
With that jump peek, super good info.
I'm out of here.
He's just able to dodge so much.
Yeah, he is able to do those like little peeks.
Right, he is able to do those jump peeks, and he does them well. You saw Western couldn't even
30
really react,
seconds
he didn't
left.
get a shot off on him.
Yeah, he's still on full 100 HP.
He is in a terrible scenario right
He
now.
is.
He is gonna have to be faced with one of the players, and they are looking for him.
Come on, pick him up. Yes.
Gotta go.
Okay, now he knows where the other one is.
Run away!
Go, go, go.
And he
Oh,
gets a
planted.
drone!
One enemy remaining.
3!
And he's just
I know
like
his
the rest
teammates
of the
can
team.
just-
Yeah.
Do the extra. Will BeefStroganoff able with his final one?
I guess he does.
Yeah.
He ends it off with a classic.
Dang, yAime really being able to connect those shots. That helped his team so much.
I know he diverted my expectations
Yes.
because I was like, you should definitely
Last
run right
round
now.
in the
he
half.
uses that neon slide and gets 2 there. Super good timing.
I need
Yes,
this.
that was so well played out.
I need
We
this.
definitely needed that. And I would love to go in as a 6-6 or a 5-7. This would really set us up
A
well.
6-6 would be great because you see how yAime is just flourishing on this duelist role.
Yeah. And I just, with offense, he's going
goes
to just do
here.
so much better, so.
Yeah, there's not a lot of counters from Western side for a movement agent like Neon.
Yeah. Looks like they're going to head more towards A. Western ends. Hopefully Central Michigan isn't anticipating
Nowhere
that.
to
Looks like
run.
we already got 1 picked off. yAime down for the count.
I don't think I was expecting all those players there, and that's kind of why Western was being so quiet. They want to divert their expectations. They want to try to shake it up, but
Spike down A.
Spat and Bannable are super good, and we've seen this in the past, how they kind of bounce off of each other.
Yeah. Yeah, they really work well with each other. I hope Spat is able to predict. Oh, yes! Okay, there's just a couple players left, and
You see Western running for the hills
Yeah.
right now.
yeah, just them leaving. They're like, we gotta back off.
Yeah, and you see that judgment.
One enemy remaining.
Like, it's just so
Spike
interesting.
down,
Even though,
mid.
Like,
Right
the
here.
round is kind of lost for Western. You still see them make those judgment calls. They don't play like it's the end.
Yeah, and him being able to pick off one. Now Central Michigan has to try to find them.
But they are
30
trapped
seconds left.
in hope right now, so it's just gonna be impossible. He is gonna get scanned by that
Yeah,
dart.
that
so
dart. So now they know where it is. Hopefully. Oh, yes.
And
BeefStroganoff able
BeefStroganoff
to connect those shots.
with that aim
Yeah.
closes it out.
I do like that Western
Switching
tried
sides.
their best with
Yeah.
the one
No,
player.
you see, like,
It's-
you see good building blocks, especially with how they play. And we got that 6-6 we
6-6,
were hoping
yes.
for. And yAime, I know he's just gonna pop off because you see he's radiating confidence right now with the way that he plays. Like,
Yeah. Our last pistol round was really close, so that does make me nervous. But I mean, we won it last time. We can win it this time, hopefully.
with the morale boost of bringing it
Oh,
back,
yeah,
like
definitely.
maybe that confidence will just kind of reflect in the way that they have their gameplay and their gunplay.
Yeah, so hopefully we see that, and yeah, I do like though that Western, even when they're down, they try not to give up, and they were able to get another pick on that. So
Yeah, I love the mindset there, and that's something like a lot of teams struggle with because it is hard when you're in an impossible scenario to make something out of it. And they do that really well. You see yAime absolutely
rushing
not
in.
caring about anything on the site besides securing it.
yeah, just again with that neon, you can rush in. You can just push so fast.
I'm just so scared of this smoke.
Yeah. Oh. Oh my gosh, this is intense. Oh. Oh. Okay.
Last
Able
player
to
standing.
Run, but
Super hard, but
Spat
Spat
able
able to
to-
get two.
yeah, dang. Even though we did not win, I think we did good.
We did decent. It was just a few off angles here and there. Maybe because we're not super used to these changes. You saw Western kind of in these pockets that you don't normally see, and you're just still trying to get used to how the map is.
Yeah.
And these changes were really recent. It was like a week ago or something.
Yeah. So, yeah, again, with the economy, it's going to be hard for us to win this next round, which is going to boost them up to 8. Maybe we can get a thrifty, that would be nice, but not getting my hopes up.
Looks like we are going for that mid strategy that Western has been doing. We kind of see CMU kind of like mirroring strategies, which we really love to see. We love seeing like just trying new strategies, adapting here and there, but looks like it's a little quiet because Western doesn't really want to mess with mid.
Yeah, it's scary that they're just one wall away from like firing at each other, and boom, there's contact, and we're already getting picked off. So
That's just not a great angle to take. A lot of these angles aren't really facilitated for short range weapons, which is why it's so tough.
yeah, luckily Spad being able to tell where they are.
Triggered.
Spy's trying to predict that angle that has bomb right now.
Unfortunately, not able. Dang, those little
Last player
what they're called,
standing.
little bomb things, just picking off so many.
Yeah, the paint shells are just, they're so strong, and that's why Raze is such a good pick, because she just has so much utility to push people back and take that space that they gave up.
Yeah, like they couldn't even get shots fired at them because she's had to throw those in.
I'm out of here.
So,
Yeah, this should be CMU's round.
yep, we have the economy this time, so I really hope that we see them use it well. Yeah, we should get this win.
Yeah, I would like to see a little bit more discipline from yAime, because even though he is the duelist, the main goal of a duelist is to get traded in return for space, but he is kind of setting up his teammates in a place where they can't really trade him. So I would like to see just maybe slowing down just a little bit for them to be him.
And yep, he just gets picked off again.
Unfortunately,
Take flight.
really good idea to mid push there from Western.
Yeah, he's pushing, not fully expecting it, not fully ready for it, it seems like. And yet they still are choosing to just keep pushing in.
In the first few seconds, we're already down to 3v5.
Yeah, this is going to be hard to recover. I also was really hoping with our economy that we wouldn't have it like this, but
Right.
unfortunately, just Western pushing in with all that aggression so much, we weren't really ready to participate in it.
That is the correct way to play. You want to play unpredictable when you have that disadvantage to try and essentially create.
Oh, BeefStroganoff
Spike
trying
down,
to get that
mid.
pick and unfortunately not able to.
If only he had like a teammate there.
Yeah, it looks like Jay was right there, but he decided not to go out with that.
Last player standing.
And
Spike down
it's
B.
just a lot of these maybe we should have stayed a little bit more connected.
Right.
If BeefStroganoff had somebody there with him, I feel like they could have gotten some of those picks off, but unfortunately we just were not able to connect those. And yeah, they're already up to 9. Hopefully we can get the score a little more even.
Yes, this should
And
do.
we don't have any super useful ults on the board right now, so we are gonna just
That
have
goes
to try
there.
and come up with something. Maybe it would be beneficial to just full throttle push into a site, like utilizing how explosive yAime and Jay's replay is. Kind of seeing how it goes.
Yeah.
Just immediately off the bat, the damage there, which
Yeah.
is so
I
unfortunate.
BeefStroganoff super low. already just so many players really low, and it's not beneficial.
It's not looking great.
Looks like he's gonna head towards A. Luckily, not that many Western players there right now, so
They are able to get the bomb down, which is kind of the goal. It's not only to get the rifles out of their hands, but to get the bomb down, which you do get money for
Last
playing
player
the bomb.
standing.
yeah. Just right now, not able to connect really any of those
Even though the
shots.
crosshair looked like it was on his head, but
Yeah. Dang.
good effort from CMU with the save, but just not ultimately able to get anything out of it.
Flawless.
More credits.
Yeah, really unfortunate because we're getting close to match point. We really need Central to win one of these
We
rounds.
really need to maybe just take a timeout.
Yeah, definitely timeout.
We do have the Silva all, which we have seen them do wonders with, so hopefully we're able to see a little bit more, maybe something out of it, even though it is a little bit more difficult, especially when you're on attack.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. We are even economies, so Central Michigan just needs to execute this well. They need to use their utility well. It looks like they're gonna push on B.
Yeah, losing this round could force them into another save, which is kind of just like a guaranteed round for how long they've been playing those said rounds.
Now they're just rushing in. They are just not checking their angles at the right moment.
But Jay is able to get that trade-off, which is what really matters.
That's true.
Looks like they are just gonna go for the post plant there. I would like to see Spad flank later, but unfortunately he is taken out. And
Yeah,
it looks like they're just gonna narrow down where they are.
Oof. Yeah,
Last player
hit with
standing.
that utility,
One
and
enemy
nothing we
remaining.
can do.
Bannable in a clutch situation.
Oh, come on, come on.
He's just so close.
Dang. Bannable though, showing that if he just had a little bit more support, could
Right.
have done it.
And it was just, there was so many question marks in his head. He was so overwhelmed with so many players falling. And then he doesn't really know if that enemy player is going to stick the bomb.
And already, Western's at 11. This is not looking the best for us.
We started off so strong. We just
yeah.
have to figure out what made that happen. You know, we haven't got a single round on attack despite how good our comp can
Yeah.
be, like the potential of our composition.
And again, no timeout. Like, are they discussing new strategies? Are they trying out new things? Because it just seems like their timing is still off. Oh,
Yeah, and unfortunately, yAime, the one who takes the space, is why they've been struggling so much, because they don't have yAime to go in and take that space and be super aggressive. They're kind of having to work with more passive roles trying to do that, and it's not going super great.
Yeah, and it seems like so many times they're just getting picked off by util. Which, yeah, we can't always predict when it's going to happen, but it just sucks that it keeps happening so much.
Right, we should just have a little bit more discipline, just kind of scout out what's happening here and there, because we don't have a lot of margin of error. We do really need to figure out what's going to help. Unfortunately, Bannable able to get one, so it is a little bit more tipped in our favor, but
Yeah, I really do not want this to go to match point, but again, it's just a numbers game, it's just a util game, and seeing what's going to happen.
yeah, I'm curious to see if
Right there.
houses
My
all.
ult's ready.
Thankfully, Jay able to get that kill off. Bannable is
One
fine,
enemy
so
remaining.
going for the flank would maybe be the best course of action.
Just one player left. Hopefully they're...
Chill,
Oh, they
And
everyone.
have...
Jay,
Job
super
gets
good
a
util.
whole
Oh,
lot
we
easier.
needed that. We needed that so badly.
Going off with a 4K, and he does have his ult online now, so hopefully,
Four ults.
yeah, so hopefully that makes the execution a breeze.
Yeah, I want to see these ultimates. I want to see it this next round. We need to get this next round.
You see, Jay already had it out. He's ready.
Yep. Looks like we have a little bit less good economy, but we need some.
I think we're kind of making up for that with like all of the ults we got from that round.
We are already hearing the cats meowing from their thing.
He's cheering them on. You see them doing that.
And this time they're able to anticipate that.
Yes.
That's so nice to see that change
It's
there.
such a simple adaptation, but it does so much.
Because now yAime is still alive.
Yeah, that's the difference from being really
I'm
one
out
shot.
of here. Too slow.
yAime
able to get that.
Yes, we need to see that.
You see?
And
You
now
see?
they all
know
5 of them have
exactly
their
where you
ultimates.
are.
I definitely want to see some of these. But they might not even need to use them right now. Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, they're just absolutely just breaking up Western's plan there, especially with that several. That was a good call. Because now they know how to go. from
One
there.
enemy
They
remaining.
don't even have to use the rest of the ults because they're just popping off.
they'll use 4 ults for the next round. They're able to just pick up the
Yeah, and they do.
done.
Back closing it out. Yeah, we're seeing so many good shots. You saw a bunch of headshots just pop up
One of
on
my
the
cameras
side.
is broken.
I don't know what they discussed, but I'm glad that we are getting to see these changes. We needed to see those.
Sometimes you just gotta out-aim them.
We got a timeout from, looks like Western.
That did shake them up a little bit
Yeah.
because we absolutely obliterated them. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, I am so, like, again, yAime just making that change to wait like 3 seconds saved his life. It's just what we need to keep
Yeah, and then you
seeing.
saw his potential when he's alive, when he's
Yes.
able to make those pushes. It's amazing what he can do.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to keep seeing this from Central because, again, when they can adapt, it works out so well. And now, hopefully, we're able to get that score a lot more even. Maybe we could even go into overtime if it ends up being that.
Well, clearly, like, Western is a little bit shooken up.
Yeah.
They do believe that CMU could pull this back, and that's really good to see because the timeout does prove that something has changed that they're afraid of. And fortunately for CMU, a lot of Western's alts are very niche, like especially
Yes.
with Jet alt, especially with Cypher alt, with Omen alt. They're very niche, but a lot of Centrals are just explosive. You can use them whenever for so many different purposes.
Hearing more cats, I feel like we're gonna hear that forever.
Yeah, we see
Two
the
little cat
ones.
stickers. So, yeah, hopefully this timeout doesn't phase Central at all. I hope they just keep up that energy. Again,
Spike
with
down.
yAime, he is able
Spike
to wait
down,
a couple
attacker
seconds
spawn.
again.
Right. Unfortunately, BeefStroganoff getting picked out, but they haven't. Western hasn't peeked that angle before, so it was a really good play from them to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, and it looks like because of that,
I'm out of here.
Central's being more careful. They're testing the waters a little bit more. They're taking a little slower, which I think is overall a good call.
They are trying to design that info while the rest of the team kind of scours the map and sees what's going on. See them kind of shifting a little bit more towards B.
Yeah, it does scare me that they're so spread apart right now, but it also looks like Western isn't really going to do anything right now. They're kind of just waiting. So hopefully them being separate doesn't affect them too much.
Hopefully yAime running both angles there. Bannable backing him up.
That's good.
Beautiful.
And knowing when to retreat, really smart of them.
Yeah, they just have so much to work with now because Western has no idea what's going on.
Spike down,
Unfortunately,
attacker
just,
spawn.
just
Last
getting
player
angles, not quite connecting.
30 seconds
Right, and
left.
that's just, it's like the power of Valorant. Like it can, the tides can shift so fast.
Quick, yeah. Yeah, and having BeefStroganoff picked off right away, it did not help with the numbers. It's bad there's only so much he can do. He doesn't even have the spike,
Right,
so...
they were playing high-low there. I think Jay should just off the bridge pop the breach all. Just off
Match
the bridge
point.
and see how it goes. Maybe breach all into the neon alt.
Yeah, I really think we definitely need to use those here because we're at match point. We need to win this round.
Right, we shouldn't be so reluctant to use something that could be a game changer.
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see. Looks like we're gonna go A this time, which might be beneficial for us because Western isn't. They don't have that many players on it. So.
Right, they're expecting CMU to be a little bit deterred from it, but they're not. They don't even get to have, and you see Jay off the bat.
Yep.
Absolutely overwhelming.
And now
players.
yAime knows where one of their players are. Able to pick them,
I'm outta
going
here.
in so fast.
And it's just beautiful, the execution, it all comes together.
And already we planted the spike so quick.
Just, just weaving the strands of success here.
One day.
This guy just super clean with those shots.
Dang, yes. Barely just headshot after headshot. Like
He's
that
not
was
even
beautiful.
phased.
We're doing so well right now. We're good.
Yeah, there's no pressure on him.
One enemy remaining.
He's chilling. And Spad with the 4K.
Dang. All right, we're at 9. We could get this to overtime.
It's not
I believe.
I do believe,
Yeah.
because we have so many ults online still.
Yes.
And we're, maybe if, you know, Jay pops off, we can get that breach out back online in a few rounds, and that would be beautiful.
Yeah. I feel like with the ultimates we do have, with the util, with the guns, we got this. We just need to keep winning these rounds. We cannot afford a loss. Looks like we're gonna head more towards B this time.
I'm so interested to see. That was super good
yeah.
util combo there. It took me a second to figure out what was going on, but Jay there uses the stun and now he comes in for the
No,
kill.
no. Dang it, not able to get that one.
Super ambitious there, but I'm loving the energy.
And I mean, overall, they're already down to 2, and we're already planting, so it looks like overall
We don't even have to use an ult. Like,
Yeah.
that's just how easy
One
it is.
enemy remaining.
And I love to see that. I love
And you
to
see Jay with a 4K, so that breach out, we're gonna see it again.
Yeah.
You thought it was over.
Yeah. So that is great. That was an amazing round. It's beautiful. So I just want to keep seeing it.
Yeah, and it's just the ults are just gonna keep coming at this point. We
Yeah.
do, you know, kind of need to use some here and there because we don't want to miss out on future alt points, maybe using it again in the future, but it's looking really good for us right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, and it's nice that we're able to execute these so well that we don't really need to use the ults.
Right,
Because now, like, even though we are still at match point, we still have the backups for if things start to go wrong.
And thankfully, CMU, they kind of had the read here. You see the spike a little bit towards B, which is where Western isn't stacked. They're so set on CMU doing this push towards A, and they may be right, but they aren't investing the bomb here.
Yeah, and it looks like Smash able to drop that spike. Bannable. Oh, that was close. But
Barely getting out with this light, but he does have that Omen ult. Figuring niche, but he can regroup with the rest of the team just like that.
yeah, it looks like they're taking more time this round, which is good.
And Bannable getting
I know
another kill, and
exactly
it's
where
just
you
it's just that
Yes.
easy.
Yeah. This is what we need to see. I would love to go into overtime because we should win Sunset. I feel like we're capable
We're
of it.
proving ourselves right now because Jay is just actually popping off right now, and his ult is gonna be online in like a round or so.
One enemy remaining.
And just like that, only one person left on Western. Bannable, unfortunately, just not able to get that right away.
Making that judgment call to back off because they do have the numbers advantage. Like, look at them; they've only lost one player.
Looks like Western is not giving up. He's still pushing in.
Yeah, they're overtaking the throne right now. Like, there's actually no sweat.
Yes, yeah, not able to connect these shots. Come on. I hope that he just keeps shooting in the fog. Just connect those shots. Oh, he knows where he is.
He's not able to close it out, and it just doesn't even matter that those players died. CMU's econ is great.
Yeah. And again, we still have 3 ults, and we have more that are about to happen. We still have that backup. If we can win this next round, we're going into overtime.
You see, Jay, he's 2 points off his ultimate. If they
Yeah.
give him the spike and he gets an ult orb, then they're set.
Yeah. And this sets us up if we do go into overtime. Like, we are very set up right now. So,
Right.
I
We
think...
have the energy, we
Yeah.
have the strategies to just flourish in overtime because everything's even. Like, everyone has the same amount of ult points, they have the same amount of eco. So
Yeah.
it's just really how they perform. Unfortunately, yAime not expecting
Spike
anyone there.
down,
Bannable
beast.
is so beautiful with the recovery.
Already down to a 3v3. That is crazy how fast that happened. Whoa,
Bannable
already
is
down
just-
to a 2v2.
Bannable's so clean. He's just mopping it up.
This is stressing me out though. This is a little too close to
Clean
my
up on aisle Western.
Oh, I don't. Oh, I'm so scared. Come on, Central.
The
Push
timing's
through.
there.
Yes.
You see, Western is kind of gonna go back towards B because they did hear Bannable start to move away. But hopefully BeefStroganoff takes a lot more space ahead of time and they do cover each other while they plant. That would be the most ideal.
Stroganoff knows that that player is on site.
They do have to kind of anticipate someone being here. They
Oh,
can't.
get your
Last
gun, get your
player
gun.
standing.
No, look behind you. Oh no. Come on.
I know,
This
like I
is
said,
so
you gotta
close.
hold the
Stroganoff.
plan.
Oh, that's so so sad.
But they had such a good
Defenders
clawed
win.
back. They really did.
That was so close.
That was so much better how they played Sunset.
Yes.
I'm genuinely impressed.
Yeah, those last few rounds were so exciting. It sucks that we were not able to get that into overtime, but we were so close, which does give me hope on the next map.
I know, and when we play Sunset in the future, if we are able to, it'll be so much easier because we've kind of cracked it.
Yeah.
We've kind of figured it out how it works and everything, and it's going to be so much easier.
Yeah. So now they're playing Haven next. So
Yeah, so we'll see that. We'll see how that goes and we'll kind of see maybe if that energy transfers. I wonder if yAime will be put on Duelist again because of that. Maybe we see Neon again, but
Yeah.
I really wouldn't like to see yAime on a Sentinel. I know that is kind of what he plays on Haven, but he's doing so well on Neon. His performance is like out of this world.
yeah. Overall, Central Michigan is very, very even with Western right now. Could be anybody's game in the future.
Right? No, actually, because we crawled back.
Yeah. So
Yeah, we'll see how that goes after the break.
Yeah.
One enemy remaining. One enemy enemy player standing. One enemy remaining.
Right there. My
Thank you for still tuning in.
Yeah, so we are gonna go into Haven now.
Yeah. Looks like we are getting our comps on the board.
Yeah, so we did pick defense for this map, so we are gonna see essentially the same comp that we saw on Sunset, which is interesting, but we really comfortable with it right now. It's just really no reason to change it. Honestly, there was just like a few things here and there that kept us from getting that win, but there's no reason to really change it. And I'm loving that we see yAime again on Neon.
Yes, like you called it. yAime does good on Neon, so it's good to see that he is on Neon.
Yeah, I'm really liking just putting Spad and Sentinel. Like, he's doing so good on Sentinel. Like, even though he gets overwhelmed, a bunch of players here and there push them, like, he's just fine. Like, CMU always tries and finds a way to recover. So that's just kind of the main thing. Fortunately, yAime did leave the cat matching, and so did Jay. So,
wow, we're not uniform anymore.
A little salty.
We have an interesting comp from Western. Seeing some characters that we don't normally see, which I like.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen really ISO be picked at all, at least this season that we've gone up against. I kind of question here and there because I understand ISO's benefit. Like, he does have his ability where he can take the first bullet, but how is that different in terms of Neon? Because Neon won't even let that bullet hit her most of the time.
Yeah, so that'll definitely be interesting to see how that works out. And pistol round, right now we are 50-50, so let's get that to be a little bit more.
Looks like we are just kind of setting up lineups here and there. Western kind of not quite sure what to do, kind of looking like a default at the moment. Central beautifully spread out across the map, like beautifully distributed because they still have something B. You saw a lot of the times when we played Haven, we had B wide open and it became an issue for us.
Standing ahead.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see if we can handle the defense well. Oh, Spad getting first blood right there. And Spad instantly, like, looking around, checking off shots.
Oh, he's able to get another one. He's just, it's not even a problem for him.
Dang. And even with that shield, he was able to help his teammate get that kill. That's
Exactly.
a really good assist.
Like, that's where I come into question the ISO. Because it's just so easily countered, especially on pistol, when all body shots and things like that are super common.
Yeah, yAime running in to try to get a new angle. Looks like it might be beneficial.
One enemy remaining.
Setting up Spad for success.
Flawless round. That was amazing.
We have never seen that on a pistol before, and it was just beautiful. Like, Spad on Cypher is to die for.
Yeah. That was beautiful right there. Seeing them, being able to pick them off one by one. I think we've never seen a flawless before, which is great.
It's just, it feels so good because now they have super good weapons, and we're gonna see Spad shine again because of that weapons advantage. And obviously not to take the spotlight off Spad, but he had super good backup from his team. You saw them set him up for success.
Gotta go.
It looks like they can just waltz right in.
I love that Spad is shooting through the smoke.
Whatever damage he can, but he's just being overwhelmed, and that does put Guardian in their hands, but Bannable not able to take it out.
Already down to 3v3. Could be anybody's game.
Betty.
Just Spad doesn't even care about the ISO shield.
Unfortunately not able to get that.
But he does make it a little bit more favorable.
Spike planted.
And I love that we have yAime and
Last
Sharan
player
because-
standing. One enemy remaining.
I was gonna say they usually are able to get their shots, but unfortunately
That
not
was a
happening.
crazy thrifty from Western.
Western pulled that off really well.
That's why you travel
aren't
in
impressed.
clusters on stage. You saw it work out super well because it just overwhelmed Jay. There was nothing he could do. Even if he hit every single shot, he would have fell eventually. And that's the power of being in a pack like that on a save. Even when your weapons suck, it's about having more people there.
Yeah, definitely. So hopefully we can get this next round because we want that advantage. We want that game advantage. Can hear the cats coming through.
Spad's just so comfortable on this garage setup, and I really like it because they're going to be looking for that tripwire, and he can just take advantage of them while they're distracted. Like, it's just, it's a super good relationship with him and his Yuto.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
I also love yAime trying to trip them up too. Just trying to keep Western on their toes, not knowing where they are.
I'm loving how they're getting so much info without having to trade anything.
Jay hitting that shot. Unfortunately, just not working out.
Yeah. First time he hit the shot on a clone, but Spad he just no care in the world. He's just peeking out like that.
And it ended up being beneficial.
Yeah, it ended up working out. See, Bannable and Jay posted up here in the smoke.
I like to see that teamwork there.
Yeah,
because
loving that
that's what we
crossfire.
need.
yAime's like waiting to take contact here because it feels like Western's not really doing anything. They do need to start to make a call here.
Yeah, they have 40 seconds on the clock. Looks like they're making the decision to probably go to C. Yeah, it looks like they're heading more towards that route. Hopefully Central's able to anticipate that.
30 seconds left.
Stealing sight.
Looks like Bannable, this util is just going to be perfect here. It's going to be super good for stalling, and it's going to help all the CMU players get here in time. We have that
Last player standing.
He should not
down,
have been able
C.
to get them.
First with that neon pick, it would have
Spike planted.
been so much better. If that just went a little bit more in their favor. Seeing, you know, like the pros and cons to that ISO shield here and there, but still just not super convinced about the pick.
Go, go, go.
Now this being a 1v3, there's only so much yAime can do.
Yeah, and they're just in a nasty 3-on-1 post-plant scenario. Just not much he can do.
Fortunately, letting Western get in the lead.
Over there.
Which is really sad to see since we did so well on that pistol round. Just seeing that it didn't fully set us up for success is sad.
It all depends on how you play it, because weapons advantage, you know, it sets up hope for like the future. Like weapons don't mean everything. It's how you play with those weapons. So that's why it can be just so unpredictable. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. It just shows like how you can kind of overcome like the destiny, I guess, set by your weapons. yAime taking initiative here.
It looks like we're just being spread out across the board. We don't really know where Western's gonna go, so we're just trying to be able to be ready for anything.
I mean, you see Western kind of just like sitting ducks. They're not really, they're pretty reluctant to take any space here and there.
Yeah, it looks like they're maybe thinking about going to A, but they're not really doing much.
See, the spike still sat window there. Looks like they are going A now with it.
Who's
Yeah,
next?
it's just interesting that they're taking it slow. Could work out in their favor.
It's just gonna be perfect because you see yAime and Beef, they're ready for this.
Yeah, they're running out, trying to quickly retreat.
They're just gonna completely back off there. I think they're deciding to fully play retake, but
Yeah,
looks
looks
like they are
like Western's
backing off.
rotating to C. There's just a lot of confusion happening right now. A lot harder to predict.
Being played super well.
Spike planted.
With that equalizer, and yAime does have his ult on.
Yeah, and he is able to pick up a better gun as well. And he's just going in. Oh, and his teammate helps him out when he does go in. Putting up those walls, helping create space, helping his teammates out.
Yeah, they're gonna try and get the bomb, but it would be super helpful to have Bannable stalls right now.
Last player
They're gonna
standing.
push out the
One
players.
enemy
Come on,
remaining.
get that cipher, get that cipher. It's just a 1v1, and we hate when this happens when we are.
And he's just better like that.
I was gonna say it sucks when we have this because trying to defuse and kill at the same time is hard, but yAime is able to manage that.
Right, Western, honestly, the only word for it, fumbled there.
Yeah.
By peeking because he was in control. There was no reason for him to even show himself to yAime. He could have jiggle peeked. He could have honestly thrown his classic across.
Yeah, but it worked. Hey, it worked for us.
Yeah, he was super low, so.
It looks like we're having a tech pause because one of Western's players got disconnected.
But we can talk more about that round as a result because it was just so beautiful, like the execution, because we struggle so much on retake, and I know I've said that a lot, but it's true. Like, it really is hard when the site is on lockdown, but they were trying to make up for Bannable not being there. You saw Spad using the cyber cages. You saw like yAime using his neon wall. Like you saw a bunch of different counters like trying to help each other, and even though like in the end it was down to just like a bullet hitting, it was super good.
Yeah. looks like they are able to reconnect, so our tech pause is over. Glad that that was figured out quick, and we are tied now, 2v2. So we are just seeing so many good things from both of these teams.
Yeah,
Really.
absolutely. And I just love how yAime always gets the effect.
Just not. Oh, he connected some shots. He connected
Right.
some shots. It was hard there.
Yeah, the stun came a little bit late, but it did help him be able to secure that kill. So Spad getting another one, and that puts Western down.
Yeah, looks like they're just trying to find information out now, trying to figure out what Western's planning on
It's
doing.
you and me.
Oh, ultimate. Will BeefStroganoff be able to win that? He got put in the 1v1.
And he does.
He
win that.
does.
So it will be a 2v4, and that's just
One enemy
Farve looks like
remaining.
one of their
Spike
strikers.
down A.
It's a 1v4.
We do know that BeefStroganoff is able to connect those shots pretty well, so maybe not the best person to bring into a 1v1.
Right. Even with, because the enemy team, they had a rifle, and the Bulldog is a good weapon, but it obviously isn't headshot. Like, one headshot and you're done. But super good how he recovered from that. And it's just, I'm kind of noticing that, once again, that Western's ults don't really matter. They're very niche.
Yeah. And that was just a beautiful play on Central. All of their teammates knowing what to do. It was really good to see that teamwork there.
Yeah, and so Western will be forced on to save that.
Yeah.
So that spells out super well for us, assuming we play those long angles and we don't let what happened a few rounds ago happen again.
Yeah. And we do have our Neon ult still, so could maybe see that in play. It's hard to tell because half of the time yAime gets picked off so quick.
Right. It looks like they are doing super well on holding B, but don't want to leave Jay completely alone.
Yeah. yAime deciding to pop out. Looks like they're doing okay so far. I'm curious who will be getting first blood here.
Looks like it will be.
I know exactly.
And they are playing.
yAime just getting thrown into the flames, firing randomly, having to reload, and just doesn't work
So
out
much
well.
happening. There's so much util being dumped and so many people in such a tight space. So Jay is just going to be perfect for this
Yes.
execute.
And now it's down to a 3v3. Oh, Bannable getting that perfect
And this
clean
is a
headshot.
3v2.
Yeah. Oh, and now I know where
One
another
enemy
player is. They
remaining.
know where
They are
both of them
doubled
are.
up on the angle, and it's just that easy.
That was beautiful right there. Got to see some amazing things. Really clean.
They bounced back from that so well because they were so overwhelmed, and then they turned it back on us.
Yeah. Yeah, we saw yAime at the beginning struggling. He had to reload as he was getting shot at. But still, even with that happening, his teammates were able to overcome that.
Beautiful trades from both sides, honestly.
Yeah, great use of util too. So, yeah.
Yeah, you
These-
love seeing these even matchups because it's just, you learn so much more
goes
when you
here.
struggle. Not when you're being beaten down and not when you win by a
That
large
goes
margin,
there.
when you struggle.
Yeah, these close maps are giving us such good plays. We get to see so much more teamwork than we usually do.
Yeah, we're seeing CMU, like, honestly play kind of the best they have been so far.
Yeah.
Like, seeing that adaptation for Sunset was phenomenal.
Here.
And we are ahead by 2, which is really good for us. So let's keep that on a roll.
Looks like Western is choosing to
Got
play
one.
high. They are
Who's
omitting
next?
a lot of information from CMU. Looks like Bannable is just going to play for his
Cover
life
going
here.
out.
He's pushing out. Looks like, yeah, they're just pressing into C. Spad right there. Able to dodge those attacks.
Spike planted.
He is,
And it's just unfazed.
yeah. He just had to retreat a little bit, getting hit with all that util.
Would love
Fortunately.
to see him flank. I'm out of here.
yAime just going in hard.
But there is someone on the flank.
Really sad. And there's just blood from both sides. It's crazy
Last
here.
player standing.
It's just down to, yep, BeefStroganoff. And he gets hit with that util. Only so much he can do.
Super well played post plant. Sometimes it falls apart because all of your players aren't on site, but that flank from Western was super well timed.
Yeah.
They were not expecting it at all.
Yeah, and hopefully Central learns from this. Hopefully they can adapt to it. And we do now have 4 alts, which
Yeah.
can be really beneficial.
So we're gonna be able to take that retake, and we're gonna take it well.
Yeah. Fortunately, yAime looks like he's on a pistol, so
He does have that ult, so maybe that's the reason why he's choosing to save like that. Western kind of in this weird towards mid again.
Spad just deciding to retreat, but he gets a lot of damage taken to him in the process. yAime running through, trying to get a new angle.
Showing off that castle, of course.
Looks like, yeah, Western is just kind of
Not much is happening.
slow.
They're trying to put like question marks in CMU's head, trying to like work the map a little bit more, kind of like dissecting their defense at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like they might be heading more towards A now, but they're taking their sweet time. They're just chilling.
Right, and I think he was just kind of playing for info because he won't be able to take on all players of Western at the same time.
Yeah, it looks like Central's now rushing over,
And this
and
recon dart is just going to be beautiful.
Found them.
oh, BeefStroganoff able to get these kills through the smoke. Amazing to see.
One
Oh, and
enemy
it's
remaining.
just so
Beautiful
steady.
Down A.
Oh, and now they just
30
have the
seconds
Cypher left.
And it's just that easy. You see, I just knew that recon dart was going to do wonders.
Yeah. And yeah, that was just amazing to see. That was great.
Yeah, and that scares Western into a timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, we're up 5. So we're at 5. They're at 3. We have the advantage.
Right,
Western
we're up
is
2
getting
and
a little worried.
we only used 2 ults there. We still have Stroganoff solo ult to try and push off like a push or trying to prevent a plant. Like there's so many possibilities, especially because we're on defense, and it's gonna spell out so well for us.
Yeah, I agree. And it's just, we're seeing so much good gameplay right now. So seeing them being able to carry this into the future, it's just, from both sides, we are seeing really good util getting thrown. We're seeing it used so well. We're seeing angles. With BeefStroganoff up there, he was able to get like 3 kills.
Yeah, and that was mostly enabled by the recon dart, because otherwise he would have had to wait out the smoke, but he was just using his util so efficiently, and the teamwork was just phenomenal, because they were just picking up each other's slack. Like, it was beautiful to see, and obviously, in the past, the turnout hasn't really shaken up CMU at all, so I don't imagine it would do the same. I imagine it would do the same.
Go, go, go.
yAime just running full in, just going crazy.
Confidence practicing those
He's
slides.
ready. He's ready. But he has 4 more seconds until he can
They
actually do anything.
quite literally have the read, because seeing them clearly discuss
My camera
something,
is
because they're ready for this
Yeah.
push.
They are. This is what they're expecting. yAime able to
Spike
get a kill.
down.
Will
Yeah,
he
he was able to recover from that so well.
able to retreat when he needs to? That's exactly what we need to see. We need to see us getting up on that number game right away.
Yeah, and we need to see that recovery, because things don't always pan out how you expected, but yAime, even though he's caught off guard with his util out, he had someone behind him to back him up,
Yes.
and that is why it
I
is
must
so
wait a
important to
moment.
play as a team.
Hopefully Spad is anticipating this.
You know he is. He's been playing an angle almost every single time.
He moves just at the wrong time. Really bad timing there. But we still are up a player. Oh, yAime unfortunately getting hit with that util. Now down to 3v3, and they are planting on C.
Spike
We are going to
planted.
see that solo, and we're going to see a little bit of damage going on. And he is able to get one there, and that's beautiful, because they are in a 3v2.
Yeah.
They can't really play close point here. They are kind of forced into a conflict with CMU.
BeefStroganoff knows where one player is. Does he know
Last
where the other one
player
is? He
standing.
does, but he's not able to do anything about it. Will Bannable be able to win this 2v1? It's going to be tough. They know where he is.
Thrifty.
Unfortunately, he's trying to kind of divert what they're expecting, but it just didn't work out, you know? Just trying to trick them, but
Yeah,
there's not many places he could have teleported, so they have a better shot of just looking at the same angle.
Yeah. Looks like we are down on the economy a little bit. We don't have full shields, but that's really it. So it's still pretty even. We still can definitely win this. I do really want to keep us in the lead, especially
Right.
going into this half, hopefully kind of soon. So I do hope that we win this next round, because we need it. We don't want to tie this up.
I'm just
yAime
scared of
pushing.
Yame.
Pushing in. Will he? Just isn't beneficial, really.
It's just that your ult, like, countered Yame's play
I know
there.
exactly
Gone a
where
lot
you
better
are.
if that didn't happen, but it's just something that isn't in his control.
Yeah, now with this number game, we're only down to 3. There's only so much we can do here. Hopefully BeefStroganoff remembers to check his angles.
But he is he's being pretty cautionary.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, another
Bannable
player
get
is
picked
picked
off.
off.
Spike
Now it
planted.
just leaves 2 against 5. There's just only so much you can do, and they're not even together. They're separate right now. So playing by themselves, it's just not that beneficial.
Right, it's just not ideal. They do have a lot of YouTube, but it's just, I don't
Last
know,
player
especially
standing.
the workload.
Ooh, and now it's just on Jay, and he's getting attacked at all angles. There's just, he can't do much. And
Yeah, there's just not much he can do there. Unfortunately, the does tie it up.
yeah. Hopefully we're able to win this next round, get the bump, but yeah, our economy might just not really be there for that. Yeah, it looks like we are really low on money right now. So
I know, but there's still a chance because we have seen
yes,
yAime on a sheriff do absolute wonders for the team, so it's still possible. And he has really been feeling himself, and honestly, Bannable has been popping off when needed as well.
Yeah, so I just hope that we keep seeing this, even when we are low. Oh, he knows that it's the clone.
It's you and me.
There's too many angles.
It's already down to 3v3, but hey, I'm glad that Central Michigan has already been able to pick 2 of them off.
Right, I don't think any guns are in their possession, but obviously getting 2 off the board is pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. And we're seeing that Central Michigan is pushing them back. They're deciding that they're going to try to go a different route. So hopefully Central Michigan is able to anticipate that and guess where they're going.
Right, and it looks like Spat is a little bit suspicious.
Yep, him waiting at A. Hopefully this doesn't backfire with him being by himself.
Right, and he is on a whopping 2 HP.
Yeah.
So maybe it would be best.
Oh, he's still surviving. Oh, unfortunately dies. He did pretty well with 2 HP.
Right, he was able to get a shot off. Does
Spike
make the job
planted.
A little bit easier.
Yep, Bannable looking like he's gonna hopefully try to pick some off, and now Bannable and Jay are together, so
Both players do have full util, so they should be using it as much as they can.
I agree, definitely. Looks like they're checking all their angles. Very good.
And they are checking them together.
Together. Did you see that drone? Get an
Last
idea
player
where
standing.
people are. Unfortunately, just not able to get it. And that puts Western in the lead.
Last
We're doing
round
really
before
well,
the
and
switch.
slowly Western has been creeping up on us.
Right. And
We are calling a
timeout. Yeah, right. I would like to comment that I am really proud of how we are losing these rounds. You see them falling together. You don't see them
Yes.
falling separately. You saw them carefully clearing each angle, like making those micro adjustments together, and that's so important. So it's so much better to fall together because you know at least that you tried doing that instead of trying to rely on like an individual play.
Yeah, definitely. And this game is still so very close. We can definitely get back up on the scoreboard again. It is just worrisome with how close it is. Like, this is still anybody's game, and hopefully Central Michigan, with this timeout, is able to come up with a new plan to get them that little bit ahead that they need.
What major problem do you think they're trying to discuss right now?
I don't know, because it just seems like things are not connecting right now. And I think they just need to figure out a little bit of technical difficulty things that they're having and just figure out a couple little things that they can change that can make the rounds go more in their favor.
Right, and I think that just might be just having a more cohesive strategy because you kind of see them scattered here and there, not really quite sure what to do. The rounds we have won, I don't want to say it's by chance, but it feels like the stars align in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
So we kind of have to just push those stars together.
Yeah, and we've seen yAime like die a lot without being able to really get any picks. So I really hope that they're able to have him do more before he is picked off.
Yeah,
and it
and
looks like they're starting to look down.
Yeah, I'm loving the support from Jay. It's just a little bit harder for him to keep up with that neon movement. That it's just a little bit more risky.
Yeah. But we do have the numbers advantage now, which is really beneficial.
Yeah,
So
it's scared off Western completely.
yeah, looks like they're gonna head somewhere else now. And Central Michigan is able to anticipate that.
Yeah, you see, we're still spread out across the map. We're not keeping C off the table, even though that's where they just left from.
Yeah, which is great to see because it does look like two of Western players were thinking about C and then they backed off. Yeah, it looks like Western is just scrambling, trying to figure out where they really want to go right now.
Unfortunately, Spad isn't there to get some value off of his trip, but he is getting that info. And so hopefully he can sneak up behind them.
Yeah, they probably don't know that he's there. So as long as he plays this
30 seconds left.
Unfortunately, if
Spike
there's just
planted.
someone else peeking him, that would have been more favorable for him.
One enemy remaining.
Oh,
And Jay, okay, with the 4K.
Alright.
And that's
just
what you love to see. And he's going for that ace.
Oh.
He does not get it. BeefStroganoff
But-
making up for it though.
Yeah. And hey, we won that round. We are tying it at the half. This is a even game.
It's down to the wire because
Yeah.
sometimes it feels so impossible, and then Jay plays
Switching
like a
sides.
4K out of his
Yeah.
pocket, or yAime just decides to get a 3K and close out the round. Like,
Mhm.
it's just so entertaining.
Yeah, and hopefully whatever they change with their timeout, they can keep that up because we need to see them get that lead. Because if this game keeps getting so close, it's gonna be really hard for them to win this.
Right, and it's just, I can't even really pinpoint what went super well there. It just felt like the timings were a lot better. So maybe it was just recognizing when to make those calls, when to do certain things.
Yeah, and I think yAime not getting picked off at the beginning was a really big beneficial because now they have those numbers that are able to help
Right.
when it comes down to the last few players.
Yeah, and he obviously has insane aim, and he has really good movement. It's just unfortunate when the rest of the team can't keep up as a result.
Looks like Western is just quickly pushing it ahead. Oh, right. Sorry, that's us. We switched to attack. Sorry.
We did just
Central is quickly pushing into
we
A.
did just waltz on to site.
Yeah, we
There was
did.
absolutely no contesting from Western. They're just like, you
Forgot
can
that
have
we
the site.
switched.
Fortunately, Western getting the first pick here, but Spad with a that I love.
And
One
now we're down
enemy
to a
remaining.
3v3.
And Bannable's just cleaning it
dang,
up.
Yeah. Before I can even get the words out of my mouth, they just win the game. Like,
Bannable just made them fall so fast, and it was just such an overwhelming conflict there. Like, so many things were happening.
and we have officially won 3 out of the 4 pistol rounds. So
This is beautiful.
yeah, we are doing really good on these pistol rounds. Hopefully we can use that economy that we got from this and
Right,
benefit.
we don't want to see what happened happen again. We want to be able, because you see them going towards C, where those long range battles are so much better. So hopefully tonight, and they don't get caught off guard, but obviously they aren't gonna, because you see Western, they're completely stacked A.
Yeah, they
so-
think that they're gonna go to A again, and so Central's just gonna be able to easily take site because Western is just like, let's all camp on A, and
Right.
did not work out for them, and now they're scrambling, trying to get over to C.
And just retaking with worse weapons is gonna suck.
Yeah, Central Michigan already able to plant. This is gonna cause Western to have to quickly try to figure something out.
Looks like Bannable is listening for that flank, so they're gonna hear it from a mile away.
Yeah.
They're gonna be anticipating it.
Yeah, able to
get
it's
three.
just a bloodbath. He's able to get so many. Holy crap! I almost thought we were gonna have ace there with that shot.
I
Dang.
know.
Yeah,
He was
got
just
3.
adjusting so
One
fast.
enemy remaining.
That is just gonna try and clean that up.
Yeah. Yeah, just nasty left on Western.
Looks like he is gonna go for saving that bulldog.
Yeah. Trying to save whatever util they have. And just like that, we win that round. We needed that. We are now 2 games ahead. This sets us up in such a good position.
I'm so glad we had like literally every angle set up. Like, we had Bannable on the flank. Like imagine how bad it could have been if Bannable wasn't listening there. Like his position was crucial to winning that round.
And then that angle he had, he was just able to pick off so many before they even got close to the rest of the team.
I know, just the advantage that he made, they just couldn't recover from it at all. So they just completely backed off, and honestly, Spad came in for the second cleaning up.
Yeah. Looks like Western's decided to be more spread out this time, learning that maybe all going towards A is not the best idea.
I know, that's why it's so easy to take on saves if you do that cluster, because it just sucks when you do miss out.
Looks like they're gonna just strongly press into A. Hopefully yAime is predicting this. Oh, he's gonna see the Cypher. He is ready for that.
Spad is taken down, but yAime couldn't explode out there because he wanted to be careful of those tripwires.
Which is smart because we need those numbers. We need not die right.
Last player standing.
Picked off one by
Spike
one.
down
That was,
A.
And just seeing you fall so fast.
We did have the lesser economy, but it does still suck. We did really try hard to execute on that, but just not quite there for that round.
I loved like being cautious there, but it doesn't feel like the rest of the team was going with that pace because the duelist usually sets the pace for that, and it looks like they were gonna explode, but then yAime was like, wait, like we have to watch out for the utilities, and I just don't feel like everyone got the memo there.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, hopefully with our economy being more equal now, we can win this one.
Yeah, we can keep this lead.
Yeah, looks like Western's going to be spread out yet again. More people on A this time. And it looks like Central is also just kind of spread out.
Able to get one, but it looks like there's battles happening all across the map.
Yeah, it's kind of just individuals meeting individuals for these 1v1s and seeing who wins right now. Western has some unusual angles that might end up being beneficial if Central Michigan crosses down those paths. Looks like Central Michigan is pushing into C. Hopefully they realize that...
One enemy remaining.
It doesn't look like
Spike down C.
a lot of those angles.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we are not able to win that, making it 8-8. That's
we
kind of
weren't able to recover, and it just... We see a lot that CMU doesn't take the time to clear a lot of stuff because they feel really rushed.
Which is weird because they have so much time. They have time to wait. They have time to maybe try out a different site. But they always insist on pushing, which is very interesting.
Right, and I guess that is kind of the nature of their composition, but it just feels a little naive sometimes because it feels like they're not expecting where players commonly play.
Go, go, go!
Looks like we're going to spread out yet again. I don't know if I fully agree with this move.
I'm out of
They
here.
are, looks like they are on a save, so this is kind of contradictory to how Western played their save the last time.
Oh, it looks like they're grouping up again, maybe heading towards A, which they're going to be met with a lot of members, so I really hope that they're anticipating this.
It's kind of just the waiting game, especially for Western. They have so many close-up off angles, so this is just going
And it's just a bloodbath.
And so sad. Okay.
And we're somehow able to come out with the numbers advantage on
Yeah, we're
there.
able to come out on top, and you see Jay, he's taking that rifle because he's been playing super well both of these matches.
And we're able to get A, which is causing Western to try to figure things out real quick, trying to regroup real quick and see if they can take the site back.
Yeah, when you see Stroganoff, he does have his all. It doesn't look like he's probably going to play for it, though.
Jay
Last
with
player
weird angle.
standing.
It just seems like a lot of times they don't hold the angle for long enough. Jay had that perfect angle and then decided to back off of it right as they're coming through.
It's just so unfortunate because the post plant was so strong,
Yeah.
but it just kind of fell apart with the use of util, like especially with those blinds breaking up their crossfires. There just wasn't much you could do there.
Yeah. We do have 2 ultimates, but not really the best ones here.
Yeah, we're really looking for that neon ult and breaching ult as like a win condition for a lot of the rounds.
Yeah. So it is unfortunate that we don't have those, but hoping that we can tie things up here.
it's so hard because it feels like we're doing so well. We do really well, I think, in the execution.
Go, go,
but
go.
We don't do super well in holding said site.
yAime just deciding to quickly run in there.
But it looks like the site's all his.
Yeah, he's good. Hopefully he realizes that one of the Western is right above him.
This is why we kind of need those smokes from Bannable, but unfortunately
No
he's no longer
distraction.
with us.
And that
I'll
ult
handle
takes
this.
one of the members in.
Unfortunately, they did not win that duel.
Yeah,
But yAime,
One enemy
absolutely
remaining.
disgusting gunplay right now.
Dang, that was amazing.
And yAime just has
Pick
an
up.
angle.
Yes.
You have
And
We
it's
love to
just
see it.
beautiful. They,
Tying things up. We need that.
that's why you could just never be so sure how
I'm
it's gonna
outta here.
turn out
Yeah.
because you see yAime and Jade, they're just on their A game right now, especially with gunplay. Like it's so precise. And honestly, they're celebrating
With the
cat
cats.
spray.
With the cats. Looks like we're not fully able to buy full shields, but besides that, we're pretty even with guns and stuff.
Right, and honestly, light shields and heavy shields don't really matter that much because
Go,
you know,
go,
a
go.
lot of the things are headshots. So regardless of your shield, you're gonna die either way. So you see a lot of the time in pro play because the aim is pretty even that they don't buy full shields at all.
Yeah. Looks like we do finally have that neon ult. We could see it in play here, or if things work out, we might not have to see it in play.
Took that.
Right, I mean, they're set up for so many things right now. For a good execute, for a good pose plan. Because Stroganoff kind of solves a lot of the issues that they have with holding the site and the bomb.
We've got a little trade
Deploying
here,
drone.
and Stroganoff does know where these people are, and he does see the clone. It is always funny to see those clones just running into walls.
Right, you can never be
Cage
so
trigger.
sure.
Yeah.
'Cause there's a lot of like
Fake
techniques where you fake it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Luckily, we haven't really seen that many fakes this time.
I know, because it is so risky. Because a lot of the times a player will just snap to the clone, regardless of whether they think it's a clone or they snap to it.
It's about
enemy
8
remaining.
seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Four.
4. That's good. That's good. We love to see that. And they only lost Neon there. That was amazing. And now they have
They still have the ults online.
ults. Okay, we need to win these. We're doing so well right now.
But look at the leaderboard right now. Like Spad 23 and 15 is
Holy
actually
crap.
ridiculous. Like he's on top the entire match.
Yeah. It is amazing to see. Like that execute on that last round was just beautiful there. Like
It was, and we're winning those aim battles, honestly.
yeah. And we love to see that. We love to see Central Michigan hitting those shots.
And they're just so comfortable. They don't even, you don't even see like their mouse like moving. They don't seem nervous. Like
Yeah.
this is just instinct to them.
Looks like they're deciding more to go to C this time.
Gotta go.
We're hopefully yawning that spot by that time.
Oh no. They have a teammate to back them up, luckily.
Spike down.
Spike
C.
carrier was killed, but Spad does have a little bit of a flank here. Just really good positioning, I would say. Maybe not quite a flank.
It is. Where is
And it's just kind of back and forth here. So many angles to hit. Western coming in on all sides.
And yAime won the game.
One enemy remaining.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now they just have
Beautiful.
Beautiful. And we are so close to match point. With all these ultimates,
My
we can
advice?
get this.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I can't even imagine how like powerful yAime would be on his ult, being able
Yes.
to run around, but also because it's all lining up. He has super good movement. He has super good precision. Like the ult was made for him right now, and I'm waiting to see it. Like that scares. Actually, we see a timeout called from CMU.
Yeah,
Probably
interesting.
to secure this win.
Yeah.
They want to make sure they reinforce what's going well.
Yeah, probably discussing how should we use those ultimates, if we should use them, how we should confuse Western for this round.
Right.
We want to get that to the match point.
Right, and just Western's defense is crumbling. Like, I don't even think they're worried about that. I think they're maybe planning out how to use those alts, just like how they should portion them, I guess is the best word I can think of. Just like where to distribute them.
Yeah, it is just amazing how well Central Michigan is able to execute onto site. able to keep sight in these last few rounds. It's just really well done. And I really like seeing it because these rounds, again, have been so close from both sides. And just seeing how both sides adapt to each other is really cool to see here.
It's super cool, personally, to see yAime, because, he really wanted to improve at the beginning of the season. He was, making sure that we're looking out for a lot of his shots and a lot of his plays, and that's really coming out right now. Like, I think Neon may be his agent.
Revealing area.
And it's also so interesting to see because I think yAime's a freshman. Like, he is popping off.
I know, and that just sets CMU up for success this year.
Yeah, so it's just amazing to see. I really hope we can get this to match point, and we're already able to pick one of them off, getting that sight out of there. Neon rushing in.
BeefStroganoff soon to follow.
We are now down to a 4v4. I hope BeefStroganoff looks through that smoke. Okay, he's good, he's good. And it looks like they're figuring out where they want to go right now. They have the time to do that, luckily.
Haven't seen the Outlaw in a bit.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how that's used.
Yeah, I honestly trust Spad with any gun at this point. Like,
yeah. Jay on that really good angle there. His location, the location of Western is getting revealed. They know where these players are.
I think CMU was kind of looking for a pick here to determine their decision on where to go.
I agree. Yeah, it looks like they're really. Oh, unfortunately, we get picked.
30 seconds left.
This round, but it's gonna be close now with the numbers.
The pressure is on for Western, so maybe that's why the performance is getting a little bit better because they don't want CMU to have match point. Bannable, super good.
Oh yes, that was amazing. Oh come on, come on. Oh, that's sad to see.
Fortunately, not fully rewarded, but the timing was great.
Yeah.
Jay and Strode playing this post play is going to be a little bit risky with the numbers advantage, though, and I don't think they were really planning for that to happen.
To run!
Yeah, I agree, but now it's down to a 2v2, and he's using his ultimate. Hopefully he is able to get a pick here.
He is able to stall. Maybe he used it a little bit too early.
One enemy remaining.
My.
Last player
now it's down
standing.
to a 1v1. This is really scary. He is deciding to defuse.
And it's just that easy.
Through the smoke!
A super good jump
That would
peek
be-
there. I didn't even think of doing something like that.
Yeah, I love that
point.
he peeks out, see where he is, goes back into the smoke,
Right,
and shoots him.
he's retreating. He doesn't want to get caught off guard. He doesn't want to be picked off. Like,
Yeah.
that's such a good way
So
to play
smart.
post plant.
And now we are on match point. We can use that neon ult. We can use that breach ult that
Like,
we now
we should
have.
be seeing literally everything thrown at Western right now.
Yeah.
Like, it should be an avalanche of
Yes.
utility.
I want to see it so badly. I want to see them just.
I want to see absolute
I wanna see
chaos.
bloodbath.
I want to see so much chaos coming from CMU's side.
I do think that we're gonna get the third match.
I do think so too because everything's going so well. They don't even get to defend the site anymore.
We're just pushing in.
It's just gone. There's nothing they can do. They're gonna have to try and play this retake while Bannable is catching them off guard, and it's beautiful.
Beautiful.
No
Oh,
distraction.
unfortunately, yAime getting taken into the 1v1, and he's suppressed.
Fortunately,
Last
the
player
players are
standing.
falling, but
Oh, yAime's able to win that 1v1. Oh, but he gets put right in the line of fire.
it just fell apart so quickly
Yeah.
while yAime was in the ult.
It was set up so well, but when yAime was in that 1v1, something
My
fell
ult is
apart
ready.
that we
You
unfortunately
failed.
were not able to see.
I just loved that play from Bannable because you could tell they were not expecting it at all. They
Yeah.
had knife out. They were not prepared.
Okay, we lost, but we are still on match point.
We still do have a neon ult.
Yes. Fortunately,
No
not
more
that breach
charges
ult
left.
anymore, but I believe that we
This
can
is
do
a nice
this. I still think we can easily get this win. We have that buffer still.
Right, and honestly, like, the breach ult is so oppressive, but so is the rest of breach's utility. Like, a lot of it can cover a third of the site.
Yeah. Looks like they're gonna maybe go more towards A. They're trying to feel it out, you know?
Hopefully Bannable doesn't get caught off guard here.
Looks like, was not able to retreat fast enough. Fortunately, this does put them at a numbers disadvantage.
I think he just pulls something out of the book right now. 'Cause, like, we really need this. We don't want to give them another round. We don't want to go into overtime because that's
Yeah.
just a battle of endurance.
Come on, Spad, check your angles, check your angles. Okay, okay. Oh, this is intense. Oh, he did not.
It's too good of an awesome goal. That
Yeah,
Cmich
I'm not
doesn't-
expecting that. Unfortunately, yAime left leg checking behind. We always want to see that.
Right, and hopefully we just take down Nasty here and just call it a day.
Oh, yAime
Last player
amazing
standing.
fires. We're just getting picked too fast.
It's not enough.
And with that shield, unfortunately, that brings us to 12-11. This is so close.
Yes.
Oh, we need to win this round.
I mean, it's so good from a commentator aspect, but from as like a fan of CMU, like, no, we need to win.
I know. I don't want to see this going into overtime. We need to win this.
We really just, we need to use ults. We just need to pop them and see what happens, because every time yAime just runs in there, like 9 times out of 10 we win the round.
Yeah, I agree. And I'm surprised that they've been holding on to it for so long. I feel
Right.
like they could have used it earlier.
Hey, I don't feel like it's that circumstantial.
Just taking it with so much util. Oh my gosh.
It's just
5 things
unfortunate.
at once. Oh, and wow, we're just being picked off left and right. Holy
We're just being
crap.
cleaned up, and there's still another player on site that BeefStroganoff isn't aware of, and he's gonna pull in.
Last player standing.
But damn, we can't
Spike
even
down.
plan.
B.
This is just a bloodbath and not flawless. Holy crap, that was crazy.
Like how it's so easy.
Switching
How do we
sides.
go
Overtime.
from getting on the floor to absolutely getting obliterated?
Yeah, that is crazy. And I kind of hate to see it because now we're in overtime. We have to win by 2.
Right, and it's a battle of endurance. It's not even, obviously it's a battle of skill, but it's how long you can keep that skill consistent, how long you can keep making those plays consistent. Like, it's just stamina.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Like, it can be so draining to constantly play.
Yeah, and now we both have equal economies. And we both,
There.
none of us have ults. Like,
Yeah,
this is,
they're all like 3
Whew.
points off. So
yeah, this is all very
There.
even. So it could be anybody's game. I'm worried.
It is the true test.
Now we're just going and getting obliterated. Oh, wow. We are getting obliterated.
It's just, I just don't feel like it's a good play because Brad can't do much there.
Yeah.
Like, yAime takes contact before that.
Oh, Jay, you almost hit at least 1. Oh, 2
Last
hits.
player standing.
Oh, almost able to
Spike
get 3,
down,
but
C.
it just isn't it isn't enough. BeefStroganoff can only do so much there.
Right, and it's just it fell apart so quickly. Like, yAime really kind of
Switching
needs
sides.
to back off. I feel
Match
like he could
point.
have a really good crossfire, or maybe playing in the pocket in Ceylon.
Calling another timeout, which is really good. We need to figure out something here. If Western wins this next round, they win. And they are on a winning
We
streak.
do need this game for playoffs. Like, it's a really important game, and we obviously are bringing our best to the table. We have never seen them play like this.
Yes.
Especially so consistently. Like, obviously, we saw them pop off here and there in the past games, but it feels like the pop-offs are, like, consistent. Like, you see the aim coming through, you see the teamwork coming through. Like,
Yeah.
we really have the drive to win this game.
Yeah, it's just things are just not quite going as we need them to. Players are getting picked off too fast. I really hope that they find something that they can change just a little bit to give that an advantage, because right now we're just struggling and we need this next win to keep it in overtime.
It's just coming down to the wire. Like,
Yeah.
who makes more mistakes than the other?
Very worrisome. Like, the tension building, it's not good. Hopefully that timeout, they are able to change something. They're able to try something different.
I'm always so curious what they talk about, because I feel like I can't even pinpoint specific reasons why the round falls apart. So
Yeah.
it's really impressive that they can, because you see them adapt, and a lot of their adaptations are successful. It's just so interesting. Maybe their viewpoint compared to ours of what's going wrong.
Yeah. And again, nobody has their ultimate, and we're even on economy. Oh, yAime getting picked. Hopefully this does not deter them from winning. Looks like we're playing it slower this time.
Fortunately, it does kind of set a precedent for the rest of the round, because it is a common thread that when yAime plays, like, it's a lot harder to push sight.
Bannable does now know where 2 players are. Oh my gosh, this is not going well.
It's just so unfortunate. Like, I feel like we're kind of losing that teamwork.
BeefStroganoff. hopefully he's able to get one of these picks.
He's just not comfortable playing right now because there's so many Western players alive that he's just gonna get
And he's gonna get
immediately
picked.
Spike planted.
There's nothing he can do. Oof.
And
He
the
didn't
round is just
have
falling
his gun
apart.
out. Yeah. Ah, dang. I think Western might win this.
One enemy remaining.
Scattering to the last player, just Bannable left, and it is over. Western takes
Dang.
the second map, but it
That-
was so easy.
Flawless.
That was so close.
Defenders win.
That hurts to see that these rounds were so close and Central's not able to pull through. We had that match point.
Right, and it was just so hard to get all those adaptations, and obviously Western is such a good opponent.
Yeah.
But you know, seeing Spad just
Yeah.
on top, like
That's crazy.
his performance was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those 4Ks just coming through for his team. Like he played his role super well, and especially on a non-aggressive agent like Cypher, like he was really shining there.
Yeah, it does worry me. I think our spot in playoffs is very iffy now because we did not win this round. So
Right, so
we'll have to see. And it does suck because we were so close. It just hurts that we were just not able to take that next step somehow.
right. I mean, obviously a lot of steps were taken. Like we saw so many
Yes.
improvements right off the bat, first match, and then in the second match, like we have played these maps so much, and it feels like we never really got anything from it. But you could see a substantial difference in how we played together, how we played individually. Like it was so amazing to see.
Yeah. Yeah, this was, even though we lost, this was an amazing game. Seeing the back and forth, seeing us tying, seeing us win so many pistols
Right.
was amazing.
There was a lot of first times, and it's just super good, super entertaining.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for tuning in for the stream. Obviously, I hope you enjoyed it because that was a wild ride.
Yeah. Leave a like if you want to, and we will see you next time.
Yeah, have a good night. Bye.